Alright folks, we are back. I am Shipwreck Sean and we have made it to a momentous episode 30 of Let's Play Sailwind. Today, well, there's a secret afoot. If you watched the last episode, you'll know that today we are adventure pirates. We're going to see if we can explore or find, first of all, the secret island. I'm going to just make... no, actually, we're not saving. We're going to totally believe that we're going to get there. I should probably have made a save. in case you haven't guessed, I'm recording straight after the previous episode. But, you know, where's the fun in saving, right? We've got all the provisions we need if we get lost at sea. So we know what we're doing. We are seasoned adventure pirate sailors. We're only really a pirate because we've got black sails, to be fair, but I do have piercings in real life and tattoos, if that counts. So we just need to round this island to about here so that we're in line. Oh, it's going to be a hard sail because I think the wind is coming west. I've just noticed I don't really have navigation stuff in my inventory at the moment. I'm carrying bread, which is not totally helpful. So it's going to be a really hard sail because I'm going to set the autosave on, and the next time it saves, I'll turn it back off, and at least I'm close to Oasis. Drop some bread. And then our bottle of water that we bought that the sailor didn't want. You back in the inventory. Right. Okay, no, we can close halt. Phew. So I'm going to line her up actually, and I'm just going to pick up speed with the jib and the gaffs. Can that come in a touch actually? Yep. Okay, main gaff. Was that the square? Oh my word. We're off to a pretty standard Shipwreck Sean start here. There we go. Oh, that's the... Oh shit boy. I am not starting the episode again. You guys can just laugh at how terrible I am. This one. Remember the mantra, folks. The gaff halyards are on the port side of the masts. I do need to think about turning her, because there is a sandbank ahead. Port side of the mast. Right, that's too much turning. Straighten her up from there a wee bit. I'm just trying to avoid the sandbank, but I would like to pick up speed so I can prepare to tack. Right, we're going to let out the winch, the sheet winch, just a smidgen. Not by much, but just a smidgen. We'll balance everything out later on, because we are going to tack. Wind direction coming just west of southwest. So we're going to tack round to... Well, we want to go directly west, which is going to be quite a tight close haul. I don't know if we'll get away with it. So let's try it. I'm ready to do it now. Or was that stupid? Because that's going to turn me straight into the island, isn't it? Keep going a wee bit. We've had a few dunderhead moments at the start of this episode so far, folks. Let's just keep her going until we get clear of the tip of that island. The Isle of Oasis. And then we'll get her turned round. That's a bit better. I've definitely got myself a bit obsessive about the yards. We're probably going to want to do, since we're going to be heading along, so we'll want to do noon readings whilst we're doing this, because we are going to be heading to latitude, won't let me zoom out here, 6.5. So we know it's a decent distance, but we're still going no higher than 33, sorry, a longitude of 6.5 negative, but we don't want to go any higher than latitude 33. Right, I think we can turn now, tack rather. Bit of a slow one, in fact, we'll get her centred. Loosen up the jib. There we go, I think we can pull her in a wee bit now. And we should start to move forward. So we are actually heading west, or just around west. I think we're going to need the chip log. To see if we're definitely moving. And there's that saving at the bottom there, folks. We are moving. Keeping the chip log handy. And I'm going to turn off autosave now. Oh, we're going dead. So even though I promised James PFP I wouldn't tighten everything, I think I'm gonna. Just because we're gonna be as tight as can be. And I suppose it's time to learn how to learn from my own mistakes. Oh, we're never going to get away with going direct west, I don't think. So we're going to have to just get away with as tight of a close haul tack pattern as we can. Let's see, let's head out here again. Make sure we're going forward for real. Yep, okie dokie, so that's decent. Okay, so we can head west northwest. We're not going to be able to head west southwest, but when we tack we're probably going to have to go south southwest. So it's going to be quite a hard sail. I'm playing a risky game here. We'll be able to use Oasis for as long as we can. So we're going to, maybe we should have left at night actually, so we can keep our eyes peeled on that. Got a pile of bread here. Keep an eye peeled on the lighthouse. So we're going to keep this handy as well. And we're going to get the sundial out. And the quadrant. And we're going to put the chip log back and leave room for our clock. And let me practice, right, so when I am doing my noon reading, I'll be looking over to the port side, and then I'll do this. Yep, that's how we do a noon reading. But alas, this is not the time, because it is 1:30, and we're too late. Are we still holding west-northwest? We are indeed, pretty well. Do you think we can tighten that up a wee bit? Is this cheeky? Let's pull her in about there and see how she handles. Surely. So we're not... I feel like she could go west, you know that? We've just got to be very, very careful here. I think we're probably... that's probably as tight as I can go, really. And that's just north of west. I'm going to see if she holds that, and then we'll go for a daytime danger nap. We'll keep this water bottle for a rainy day. Let's go and fill up the mega bottle. The mega pint. There we go. Oh, usually I'd like to do something like this off camera to make sure I can definitely do it before I jump on and do things like this, but hey ho, I suppose you guys have been with me since I did my first ocean crossing, upgrades, all the rest of it, so we're doing it. We are doing it, folks. So I think it'll take more than 24 hours. Will we lose sight of... Will we see Oasis the whole way? Right, the distance between Gold Rock and Oasis is 149, right? And then we've got 122. And usually at some point you lose sight of Gold Rock, and then there's a little bit of dead silence, and then you see Oasis. So I think when we start to lose Oasis, we should really start to see Elian Island, or the secret island. I don't even know where I'm supposed to berth. Is this the port here? This little nipple? Or do I go into this sort of cove? Little mini bay. I'm not sure. We'll find out when we get there. But I suppose we will get started with our pilotage actually. So, left from here, came out about round here, and then turned round. I think we actually went quite a bit further than that. But it doesn't necessarily matter, as long as we know where we are right now. So the lighthouse is just a smidge north of east. So like that. And the edge of the island is east-northeast. Cool, so we are here. And we're actually heading like more in this sort of direction, so this little marker should probably about where I've just started that line. But that's alright. We are pulling right into the wind now, aren't we? So let's... We can't be as close to west as that, especially if I'm going to be sleeping, because we'll just wake up dead in the water. Alrighty. Okay, a bit too extreme, so I'll pull it back to directly west-northwest, and I think we'll get away with that. And then we'll go for nap time. But we will get some supper first, some daytime supper. We've got some dried bread for me. I'll have some fresh bread as well for fun. And then we'll have a couple of swigs of water and get the daytime danger nap. I kind of missed going down below and sleeping in the hammock, but at least I don't wake up in the water. Here we go. Okie dokie. Are we holding course? We've gone slightly northward, but I'd rather she went slightly northward than slightly anywhere else word. It does feel like the wind's changing a bit. Okay, we might wake up dead in the water. But it'll be a bit of fun. And then we'll look back, and if we can see Oasis, great. If not, panic stations. Alright. Good night. Or good day. Alright, that must have been a nice big sleep, because I've woken up and it is very dark. I can still see Oasis, which is very comforting indeed. So let's find the North Star. Get the lights on. Are we moving, first of all, actually? What can I take out for now? Pop that there. It feels like we're moving. But we'll just confirm, since we have the tools for it. Yes, we are moving. So we'll go and find the North Star and just make sure we haven't gone above 33 degrees. That's not north. That looks like the constellation there. So the M, and then one down to complete it. Aim roughly about there. Oh, I think we are Virgin just above it. Which we don't really want to be doing. And annoyingly, because it's night time, I can't really see the wind markers. I'm going to do something I've never actually done in this game, and I'm going to take in all the sails, anchor off, and wait for daytime. I think that's a wise move. We will probably lose sight of Oasis, but that's okay. What am I doing? We're taking in the aft gaff. What time is it? How long do I need to wait? It's only 10 PM, so it'll be quite a long wait. Anchor down. I'm not even sure if you can, if we are even going to anchor to anything in the middle of the ocean. It is quite a long anchor, as you can see, but maybe it'll do something. So, let's get drunk. Let's pass the time a lot more quickly. Oh, lovely. Let's just go and fill up that wine bottle with some more honey beer and drink some more. Get ourselves absolutely blootered. Nice. Turn that off. Don't forget our coconut wine bottle. Oh, it's all very blurry. Oh, see, I'm too drunk to put things down properly. Here we are. Let's have some fish. Where's the fish? It's over here. Right. I'm just going to wait until 5:20 in the morning so I can see some daylight. I did just catch. We can still see Oasis off there, slightly south of us. Well, slightly south of east rather, so slightly south of where we want to be going. But that's okay. So I'm going to lights out and sleep off the rest of this energy. In fact, no, that would be a waste of alcohol. I'm going to run back and forward here. We're exercising. Does that burn off energy, or does it just burn off thirst? But yeah, in the meantime, I'll make a quick edit because you don't want to listen to me try to blab my way through time. And I'll be back with you when there's a little bit of vision. See you then. Alright folks, it's 5:30 in the morning, so we're starting to get a bit of daylight. I don't think I can see Oasis anymore. It was down in this direction, wasn't it? Oh yeah, we can. Just. So if... Right, okay, think. I would need to wait until noon to do a longitude reading, wouldn't I? Because I've just missed the 5:30 one. The celestial one anyway. And I don't know what this island is going to look like. I feel like it's going to be down in this direction somewhere. I suppose we can't see anything with the spyglass at the moment. So if I head back and find Oasis again, Oasis is exactly southeast, or at least the lighthouse is. So let's draw a big line. So yeah, we're going to be looking down. I mean, maybe I should start to sail south, but then if I lose sight of Oasis, yeah, you know what? I think I'll turn her south and then just keep checking for Oasis. And when Oasis is sort of east-northeast from us, I can then head back along east-southeast. Hopefully by that point I'll be able to get a half decent noon reading. But it's been a while since I've done it, so we're really I really should have come more prepared. But either way, let's hoist this anchor. Clearly I'm a strong guy if I'm hoisting it up that quick. Just waiting until I can see that rising above the water. There we go. Anchor up. Right, let's bring the jib down. Oh, I need to stop doing that. Right, I'm going to start donating money to a charity of someone's choice every time I raise a square sail instead of a gaff. Because I'm a frugal Scotsman. It's the only way I can teach myself to not do that. Hoisting up the aft gaff. Right. Let that out a wee bit. And do the same with the main. Probably doesn't need to be quite that much actually. And we should be moving forward now. So let her pick up a bit of speed and we will tack southwards. This is all dead reckoning, folks. So I'm not feeling massively confident. Just going to leave the chip log on the bed at the moment. Because I'm going to want my clock handy for noon, which is quite a wee bit away. If I have to anchor off again and wait for noon at some point, I will. Because I think once you go past this island, there's, look, there's nothing else. And we could find ourselves doing that for quite some time. The wind is blowing. Oh, can we get away with west now? We can, but we're too far north. So yeah, I'm going to head south until the lighthouse is directly east, and then we're going to cut west and see if we can get away with it. That's the plan. I'm just being lazy and trying to do this without messing with the jib. Let's see. That's a risky plan. Let's see if it plays off. Are we still turning? Oh, I think we've done it. Lovely. But we can definitely go a bit more, because we don't want to be going south-southwest or anything. We want to be going south. And as I say, we're just going to keep our eyes peeled on that lighthouse. But I'm hoping the wind's changed a wee bit, so now we can go exactly west. That would make things quite a bit easier. So the wind is coming from... Yeah, we'll be able to go west. Easy peasy. So we just had to get away from Oasis for a bit. It's a bit too choppy to see Oasis, and maybe a bit too bright. Nope, there we go. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable until that is precisely west. So anyone know any sea shanties? On South Australia I was born, heave away, haul away. On South Australia something horn. We're bound for South Australia. All the way. There you go. See, you're getting that for free. That's why you should like and subscribe and comment and sign away your life to Shipwreck Sean. Are we still going south? We're actually kind of going a wee bit east of south, so we can adjust that. Oh, maybe we can't. Maybe that's cutting things a bit fine. Yep, that'll work. Just. Oh, that is tight, isn't it? And we're sleepy chip log. And we're getting pretty tired as well. So it might be a matter of lining ourselves up to how we said we were going out. And then going to sleep with the anchor down again. How we doing? We're a wee bit toasty. And we could do with some food. Trying to preserve that bread though. I'm too nervous to fish. Okay. So we're actually about halfway, I think. Roundabouts there. Pretty choppy out here, but at least it's a nice day. Thing is we've got such good winds. I just do not want to... Oh, in fact, we've got energy elixir, don't we? I knew it would come in handy for something. I still haven't checked what these three are, but in here, I think these are both energy elixir. Yes, we are getting there. It's gonna be stuck in my head now. Getting pretty close. This is a delicate procedure, but I'm confident with the plan now. I think it makes sense. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but we're going to get there within this episode. I can promise you that. And it's getting close. Well, it's 10 o'clock actually. Let's see if I can reteach myself how to do a noon reading again. Right, so what you do is you get out the sundial. You obviously wait for noon. And you wait for the dial to cross over the centre. And then when it hits bang on the centre, you compare it to the time. And then every 4 minutes before, is that positive longitude? Or I suppose, and then every 4 minutes after is negative longitude, something like that, or vice versa. I feel confident enough to just wing it when it happens. It's worth knowing these things off by heart, but if you can just go for it, then hey, might as well. And actually, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here, folks, but I've decided I'm not going to use the energy elixir. I'd like to hold on to that. Right, we're getting close to where the lighthouse is east. It's still southeast. If anything, I would rather it was a wee bit more north of east. South of east, rather. Because at least if it's north of east, then I know I'm not going to go above that 33 degree latitude anytime soon. I think I've got my longitude and latitude mixed up again in this episode. Longitude is left to right and latitude is up to down. But for some reason my brain just struggles with that when I'm recording. There she blows. I knew that was going to happen. Right, let's time this. Wait. Let's make a mental note not to do that again. East. Oh, getting pretty close now. Yep, so I'm going to start bringing in the sails again. And then I will drop anchor. And tomorrow, so I'll sleep and then wait until the morning again, until we've got visibility, and we'll head westward. So out here to the port side of the mast. There we go. Shipwrecked Sean can almost sail a boat. Get everything pulled in nice and tight for the future. Drop the anchor. This is fun. This feels like a bit of a challenge. And now we're going to wait until 12 o'clock. Oh, it's bloody well 12 o'clock. Right. Okay, we've still got a bit of time, which is good. So let's just keep watching. Yeah, so every 4 minutes after 12 is 1 negative latitude. So we should be at about 5, so what, 20 minutes past? So it's still got a wee bit. And that looks to be about the middle of 30 and 35, so maybe 32.5 or above that somewhere. So we're just watching patiently. That's 10 past 4. 10 past 12. Okay, so we've got quarter past, 16 past, 18, 18. Right, that looks pretty. That's passed over centre, and it was just before 20 past, I think. Or is it centre now? Quite hard to tell because we're bobbing around, but hey, I remembered how to do it. That's close enough. So actually, it probably should have been just after, since we're higher up than -5. I think I jumped the gun a wee bit there. But anyway, now I can sleep off this full energy bar, and then wait until 20 past 5 again, and we'll do it all again in the morning. So I'll see you then. Alright folks, it's not quite morning, but I'm just double checking. Yep, as you can see, the little orange glow of Oasis there is still dead east. I keep panicking that we aren't actually anchored because we are in the middle of the ocean, but I think maybe you just can. So I'll take that as a confirmation. It is only coming up for 9 PM at night, so I've still got quite a bit of waiting around, and I have fully slept. So you can imagine what I'm going to do, right folks? What do we do with the drunken sailor? Alright folks, it is just past 20 past 5. So I'm going to weak this out. We can still see Oasis. It is actually ever so slightly south of east. And I would have preferred it north. But that's okay because we can head west and adjust that as we go. So we're going to pull in this anchor again. And I feel like because you can see the whole tower pretty well, we're maybe not as far away from Oasis as I'd originally thought. So I probably could have gotten away with sleeping. Right, get the jib down. But I'm just really scared I'm going to miss it. We are dead in the water actually, so we'll encourage the turn. And actually I want to try something. Because coupling Rhino says I can do something with power steering. If I completely let out both winches and then open up the square, will that turn us? I think we might be a bit too tight to do it at this point. Maybe it's not something you can do like from irons. Don't need the lights on anymore. Because there's the sun. So I'm actually just going to keep the helm like that. We're going to drop the jib again. And I'm going to try my little trick. Now it will push me backwards a bit, but I'm hoping that it turns us as well. And all we need to do is turn a wee bit for the wind to catch that square out of the front. I just want to see if this works, folks. If not, I'll just jump out and push her. Does that dial look like it's turning to you? Oh, it's really hard to tell. Well, it must be because we're not in irons anymore, so I can release the jib sheet a bit. And then I think now that should help me turn. But I don't think we need this anymore because we can just use the gaffs. Sorry, Coupling Rhino, I will understand what you mean. Basically, whilst I was doing my waiting around and sleeping, Coupling commented on another one of my videos talking about the sort of power steering you can do with that forward square, and I did want to give it a go. But hopefully now you can see that I've tried it and you can let me know what it is I'm not understanding about it, or if it is indeed because it's not something you're meant to do out of irons. Gaffs on the port side. Is that? No, I thought I could see something, but it's just because I've got a manky laptop screen. Okie dokie, we should have forward momentum now. So let her do this for a wee minute. Until she picks up as much speed as we can get out of this configuration. And then we'll turn her westward. And then we should be able to open up a bunch of sails. Can we get away with a nice turn? Why, yes we can. Okay. Confidence never goes well for me, but I'm feeling confident now. Just get us pointing perfectly west. And we just won't deviate from that because it is still slightly south of east. So I think what I'll actually do is just for a wee bit, we'll go slightly south of west. Just by a little touch. Like just the teeniest of bits like that. And that should hopefully correct, and then we shouldn't forget about that. We are at a pretty nice beam reach now. So we can open that up quite a bit. And we can open up the gaffs to get our lovely 45 degree. Kinda hard to tell, but that looks maybe pull that in a bit. Looks about right to me. Okay. We could probably 45 degree a couple of squares as well, but I'm not trying to completely speed demon myself at this point in time. I would like to sleep off that tiny wee bit of energy. Oh, by the way, you know how I woke us all up in the middle of the night there? And said I was going to get drunk? Well, I didn't. I forgot that I had like a massive pile of snake oil, so I just used that instead. Because I've got way more snake oil than I do alcohol, I would say. I did use one from the table, because as I say, I'm scared of these three. Maybe I'll just drink one before saving one day. Or save first and then drink. See exactly what we're dealing with there. But she seems to be holding course pretty well. She really is some beast for holding course. There's not an awful lot of micro adjustments going along with this vessel. Sop that up. Go and get some sunspot fish. I don't even know if there's like a shop on this secret island or anything like that. We will find out the hard way. Right, we cannot see Oasis without... Can we? No. So we're pretty far away. And it's still ever so slightly south of east. So it's just a patience game now, folks. She's sailing well. There's a little bit of a race on, as I say, because I'd like to sleep off the last bit of energy. Maybe it's worth making use of this out to the west, seeing if there's anything. But I don't think I can see anything out there. Nope, I don't know about you folks, not even a smudge. So yeah, I think we can get away with a little mini danger nap. A danger nap of the highest order of danger. Just waiting for the wave to go down to see if Oasis is still there, which she is, but just. So we're not getting much opportunity to get this perfect. Maybe just going to go a bit more extreme south just to try and nip this one in the bud for a bit. Has that... Okay, so the sails aren't that efficient right now, but we'll still move forward. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm being a bit too pernickety here. Because surely it won't make that much of a difference if we just bank it completely west. And we're only going to be doing day sailing as well. It is 10 a.m. So yeah, this would be the best time to sleep actually. So we'll just turn her west. I thought I already had her going pretty extreme south there, but she did turn herself. But I'll stay awake a wee bit, make sure she holds, and then we'll sleep off that last little bit of danger. What do you think, folks? Think she's holding? Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, right. We're doing it, folks. I'm gonna go against my personal rules here. Oh, it's not auto-saving. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick edit where I quit the game. In fact, no I'm not. What am I talking about? Be confident. Be confident. Okay, scariest danger nap I've done yet. See you shortly. Right. Double danger nap complete. She's still going perfectly westward. I seriously doubt we'll see Oasis anymore. Yep, we've lost sight of Oasis, so we are now in completely uncharted waters here. Sailing west and hoping for the best. Is that? Oh, I really thought I saw something there, folks. I'm sure I saw something. Is that? Maybe I just need to clean my bloody laptop screen. Is she turning? Nope, she's not. I'm imagining things. This is spooky. This is scary. What time is it? 3. So we'll basically sail out the rest of the day, drop anchor, and then we'll attempt a better noon reading tomorrow, if of course we don't see the island by then. We did say we weren't going to walk on the bowsprit. It's a real intrusive thought for me. Did you know that some bowsprits have, it's like a long pole that comes out the centre, where there's a line that goes up to there and then back up to around here, and it's called a dolphin striker. There's another word for it, but I suppose that was the sort of sailors' layman's terms. You can probably imagine why they called it that. Let's pass the time with a bit of fishing because it's been a while. Standing salmon has got me feeling less confident about my fishing abilities. So it's good for a wee try. In South Australia I was born, he was there, doo-doo-doo. I just had that thought in my head. I'm like, am I supposed to be going east instead of west? See, that's what the sea does to you, folks. It drives you mad. Makes you second guess yourselves. I need to go and watch Standing Salmon's fishing video again. It's hilarious. Can't remember what he does, but like he's got no concern about like snapping things. My fishing claim to fame is that I can make one hook last a long time, but Standing Salmon can reel in a fish in about like 0.1 second. One fish down, and we'll get a couple cooked up for our supper tonight. I think that sounds like a nice way of spending the evening. Oh, there we go, another fish. Do this the old slow, boring way. Sorry, Standing Salmon. But we are trying to kill time anyway. Yeah, so I'm thinking about making Transport Fever 2 videos. That's one of my favourite games. And you can make it pretty nautical related because there are ferry services in it. For those of you unfamiliar with the game, if you mix like any sort of railroads game with city skylines, only got 2 fish out of that hook, that's pretty much what it is. I like it for the trains and... Sorry, I keep thinking I can see an island out there. But there is nothing. I like it for train lines, etc. You get trucks, you can go right through the eras, starting in the 1850s and go at your own pace sort of thing. Pop that there. But you can also start a map that's basically all islands. And I was thinking about doing that and just having it, like, trying to see how much money I could make purely with boats. Maybe not purely, because to make money at the very start, like, it's pretty impossible with boats. But, you know, boat related. So I've got Sailwind, Sail the Seas, and I just noticed we've been drifting slightly north of west, so I'm just going to correct slightly south of west for a bit. And because of that, I will need to pull in our gaff sheets. So do all of the sheets have 2 prongs then? Yeah, so all the sheets have got 2 prongs and all the halyards have got 4 prongs. I literally had no idea about that. That is complete news to me. Right, I feel like we haven't drifted so far that, like, we wouldn't see the island when we get close to it. So I'm fairly confident, and if I completely lose confidence, I know that I just need to head east. No more higher than 33 degrees latitude. Longitude, for Christ. And I can get back to Oasis. As I say, I've got plenty of provisions. 2 barrels of water. We've got 3.5 barrels of water. Just over half a barrel of honey beer. And we've got a few bottles of water in here, energy elixirs and snake oils. The sun is going down, so we'll think about raising all our sails back up and dropping the anchor very soon. And I think fish cook, I'm all over the place folks, I know. I think fish cook at different rates from each other. So I need to keep an eye on that, because we don't want to burn anything. There's no one else out here, we don't need navigation lights, we'll just use this. But yep, all going fairly well. I think I'll start to get drunk again, just so that we're nice and tired when it is fully dark. Let's go and fill this up with honey beer in preparation. Like so. And now we're just watching our fish. I really don't know how long it takes. As I say, I've done it before, a long time ago. In the dark, have we got any view of Oasis? I really doubt it. No, nothing at all. I think the way Sailwind works is it brings the island down the further out you go, to give you the impression that we're in a spherical world. Getting a bit choppy and dark out there, so time to raise the sails back up. Get rid of the jib, since that's the one that takes the longest. That's the jib up. Main gaff down. Mizzen gaff down. And drop the anchor. There we go, anchor down. And let's watch our dinner cook, because we're getting pretty hungry. North Star. Let's just double triple check for safety. That looks good to me. And I'm going to shove a hook on this just for the future, because I'm lazy. I'm energetic now, but I might not be in the future. There's still a log in there. Raw eel, fresh raw salmon, so not cooked yet. Does it change the name, or does it just change the colour? Will it just go from fresh raw eel to burnt? Who knows? But we're in this together, folks. I'm not bothering with any of the lights out on deck, because I'm quite happy here. Maybe we'll get these on. You never know, there might be a plane flying overhead. Or someone out in a dinghy. Or a secret pirate at the secret island. Ho, 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 ho. I wonder who was the first to discover this, or if like the dev like dropped hints or whatever. I wasn't letting me put that crate down there. Because when you go to the interactive map, like, obviously this is not part of the game, it's just an add-on, but you can turn off secrets and it disappears. And I know there's another one, which some of you may know. Show the distance between points. What does that mean? Oh, like that? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I like that. Cool. We can actually clear that though, because none of this was taken very scientifically, was it? How long does this take to cook? Okay, want to get another log in there. It takes some time. We'll make a quick edit, folks, and I'll be back with you when we've got some cooked fish. Alright folks, exciting times. Well, we've got cooked salmon. I bit the bullet, put one more log in and put a second log in, so you probably don't need to use 3 logs. I maybe could have just put in 2 and that would have cooked them right through. So, take note. It has killed some time though. It is coming up for 20 past 10. So once this is cooked, I'll be able to eat that and go to sleep. And we're down to about half energy, so that should be a nice big long sleep that gets us through to the morning. Alright folks, so I actually grew impatient waiting. So I went to sleep whilst this was still cooking, and I've woken up and we have some cooked eel. So I can't tell you how long it took, but hey, we cooked an eel. I'm just going to sleep off that last bit of energy so that we've got full energy for the rest of the day. It is 4:30 in the morning, so that should work out pretty well for us getting sunlight. And it certainly has, it's bright outside. So let's go and hoist this anchor back up. And I've got a good feeling we're going to, excuse me, we're going to find that bleeding island today. How's the wind? Still pretty good for us to be turning west. We have turned ever so slightly, but that's all good. Right, anchor up. Jib down. Gaff down. I nearly did it. I was nearly donating there. And our mizzen. Did I leave a light on? I did. Silly totty. Port side. Hoist that and let's get moving. Smashing. Let's turn her westward. Look at that, we've slept well, we're not hungry, and we're not thirsty. How good is that? And we are now moving forward. So let's recap. We've heard in the last episode a secret. We've heard a rumour that somewhere out westward there is a secret island. Well, to tell the truth, the guy just told me I should sell lamb to Gold Rock City, but we're role-playing, right? So there's secret lands to be found out to the west. We left from Oasis, headed south first, rounded the island. The wind was coming perfectly from the west, so we had to go about west-northwest for a while. We then cut south and kept our eyes peeled on Oasis to make sure we had Oasis perfect east to us. And then we turned westward, and that's what we've been doing for the past day or so. Now, Sean, why are you giving us a recap? Well, ladies and gentleboats, that is because I am an evil, evil YouTuber, and I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. I'm sorry, folks. It's got to be done the way. Always leave them wanting more. So, I have been Shipwreck Sean. This has been episode 30. And in the next episode, numero 31, we are going to find this island. If it's the last thing I ever do. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. And cheerio.